Yo, what is going on? It is Tuesday, April 28th, 7:08 p.m. and today I did not take any trades. Didn't really like the way that AM session was delivering, so we have $0 on the day, $0 made, $0 lost. We were still technically down around $150 on all accounts. So coming into the day, we actually were selling off decently. Pretty decently, right? Let's take a look. Look, we're like clear bearish order flow, right? So I would have wanted to see, we have end dog below, we have this 4 hour below. I'm obviously going to want to see us deliver there. If we get something internally, then obviously I'm gonna just go where internal structure is leading me. But if we take a look right at open, right, real quick, on the 5-minute chart, you can see that around 8:25, we started trending back upwards, retracing 207 points up after, since London, they were just a big ass overnight dump. That's all I'm gonna say. Like Asia high, like big ass overnight range, bro. A lot of LR stacked up essentially. If we were gonna be bullish towards London, I'd want to see more movement towards that. But right at open, we can see that we started trending pretty bullish. There was bullish reasoning behind open, like we had these 15-minute gaps inversing and things such as that. The 931 did inverse this one. The hourlies had started trending upwards, creating this. Oh shit! Wait, we're over here. The hourlies was looking a bit like at 9:30 that it was going to trend up here. It was all the way up here. It's looking like we might have had an opportunity to inverse. Is this actually an hourly gap? Yeah, it is. To inverse it, and we had that hourly gap above. I guess I didn't have that marked out. So yeah, like I wasn't fully hating longs, but the only draw on liquidity that would have been for longs would have been that 9:30 wick, which is essentially what happened right at open. So where's this at for open? Here it is. Right. So right at open, what we see here is this 9:30 shit the bed down. Doesn't really tag into a higher time frame PD array or anything like that, but we do SMT right here and immediately displace up after one candle and invert this internal 1 minute. Now, I don't think this 1 minute is a bad trade at all. I think this 1 minute is actually a really solid trade, as you have that 9:30 wick above. You have this 9:29 wick, which also gave good volume and good liquidity into the market. But what do? I take the most premium. I take the premium. So the premium, the 30-second was a little bit higher up, excuse me, than the 1 minute. So it would have been something like this, a little bit under just these wicks, because these wicks respected CE, so 20-point stop, targeting around 33 points. This would have been the trade. I was going to use 9:30 as a break-even point, and the candle that did inverse, I was willing to take it on any of these candles. The candle that did inverse it took out the 9:30 wick, so I no longer had my break-even point. I no longer was going to get an entry. We then started pumping up, so again, I would just seek continuations. We SMT'd at this high, and this high right here, as you can see, ES failed to take it. This high is what ultimately delivered us a lot lower. We then re-SMT internally, start pumping back up, and I didn't hate this trade. Using this as a BE just to target these 20 points so that I can get the RR that I need out of a $200 day. Never got that. We started selling off, and I got off right here, 1027. I had to take a shit, and I was at work, so yeah. That's when I got off. Now, let me talk about these trades. This was a trade to equal lows. Would I have taken it? Probably not. I didn't really review this trade. Let's review it in live time then. So, right here, no SMT there. No SMT. I mean, we are technically SMT'd right here. Internal SMT. Are these equal highs? These are equal guys, but were these equal guys swept? No, there was equal guys. Oh, wait, no, this is 30-second equal guys. I'm so silly. Never mind, there wasn't equal guys. Respecting that 1 minute gap. If it would have displaced immediately, probably. Definitely would have been something more so for like the evals. Definitely more of an eval play to me, just because of how long it took to inverse right here, and it's internal, so wouldn't have, like right here, we wouldn't have gone the limit filter right there. Yeah, no, definitely eval. Then there was this trade down here, which I was going to use this as a BE, and we had all of this down here, right? We had this 4 hour, we still had end dog, and it would have delivered for me personally. I know some people for sure took this shit. Where is it at? Where's the gap that I would have taken? I would have taken this 30-second right here. Just look at how long it took to deliver, bro. This is just, I'm not a fan of this, bro. I'm just not. Like, price is not clear to me here. Like, we would have inversed it here, we would have been okay. If we would have inversed it immediately, we would have been okay. But after all of this, man, I don't think it's for me. We were rejecting out of a 5-minute, which honestly, if we would have gotten it immediately off of the 5-minute rejection, this would have been a lot better of a trade. I was already off by then. I had to do shit for work. I was seeing that price wasn't really delivering to what I wanted to see fully. Like the draw liquidity, I wanted to see shorts, right? I wanted to see a bearish sentiment play out. We were just chopping around, generating LR. Like, I don't think that this was a great trade. It wasn't a bad trade whatsoever. I just think for the way that I trade, I mean, if you took the 1 minute off of this 5-minute, then yeah, you're chilling. Like the 1 minute, boom, whatever. But just I seen it chop around in that 30-second too much, man. I just seen it chop around in that 30-second too much. I really wish this 930 play could have played out for me. This was the trade that I really wanted. I love that SMT with that below. And I love that the 1 minute inverse before the 30 seconds so that we get that 30-second for extra confirmation. But that never happened because it took the break even point. But as you can see, it did deliver. So my read on price was 100% certain. But yeah, that was today. Just going to be ready to get after it tomorrow, Wednesday. Let's see if we can make this a green week. Not much on the mind, bro. Just ready to keep working at it. Just ready to keep chopping at it. Only down 150 across each account, so it's not that bad. I've been in worse positions. So, yeah, peace, love, positivity.